to present our presentation on the topic dengue fever. So our contents for today are understanding dengue, types of dengue, transmission cycle of dengue survey, question and reports, survey experience and awareness, micro and macro problem, and conclusion. So what is dengue virus? Dengue is a viral infection transmitted to humans through the bite of an infected mosquito. Dengue infection occurs in both tropical and subtropical parts of the world. 400 million people are affected due to dengue per year, and 20,000 deaths have been recorded due to dengue in a year. Now here is Nischal to talk more about the types of.
Thank you, Muskaan. So basically, Bill Gates, Bill Gates has Bill Gates said that there is no any anti-viral agents for the dengue. So basically, this is a mortality rate of the dengue, which we can see that for the proper treatment with and without adequate treatment, there is a less chance of mortality, that is 1 to 5%, and for severe cases, it goes up to more than 26%. So these are the types of dengue virus. For example, there are 4 types of dengue virus. That is dengue1, dengue2, dengue3, and dengue4. First, dengue1 is the symptoms of dengue1 is red eyes and pain in joints. The second one is the lower platelets counts, that is also known as thamdo. The third one is nausea, vomiting, and rashes in the skin. The fourth one is abdominal pain, persistence vomiting, severe muscular bleedings, and lethargy. Thank you.
Thank you, Nischal. Now I'm going to talk about the infection cycle of dengue. Dengue does not transmit directly from person to person. It requires a vector, and mosquito acts as that vector which carries and transmits the disease to the host organism. Not all types of mosquitoes act as vector for dengue virus. Only a specific species act as vector for the dengue virus. Aedes aegypti is the species that act as vector for the dengue virus. So these mosquitoes are black and small, and which can be easily identified with white bands on their legs and silver gray lining on their body. So when these mosquitoes bite an infected person, it carries and transmits the dengue virus to a healthy person by later biting them. And after few days of mosquito bite, the healthy person develops a condition called viremia, in which they suffer problems like headache, nausea, vomiting, and this viremia could last even up to 12 days. So this cycle keeps on continuing. Thank you.
Hello. So for our survey, we have selected the school scholars from academy, and how we coordinated with the school manager was we simply called them first, and we asked them for the specific time to give us for the survey, and they gave us the date 19 September, and they gave us around 1.5 hour to 2 hours for our survey. So, and the target audience of the school was like classes 7, 8, 9, and 10, and the age were around 13 to 16 years. So these are the questions: the first one, second, third, and fourth. The fifth one. So if we talk about the data, so the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, we can generally see that the students have answered the questions. Majority of the questions are correct. Like the first one answer A, the second one is C and D, third one answer B, fourth one is answer C, E, and the fifth one is answer A. sorry, D. So now if we have separated our audience in two parts. So the first one is 13 to 16 years, which are the students of the Scholarship Academy, and they have answered, most of the answers are correct, like 80% of the answers given by them is like the correct one, and 20% is that incorrect. And the second audiences are 25 to 40 years, which are like our neighbor, like housewives and the people working in other organization. So they generally don't know the theoretical part. Like most of the answers given by them are wrong. Like 32% is only correct. So if we just analyze this data, so we can bring the conclusion that most of the students of 13 to 16 years, they know about the dengue, like the theoretical part, but the age group of 25 to 40 people, they don't know much about the theoretical part, and but they know how to protect themselves. And the children, they don't know how to protect themselves in the real life, but they know how to protect themselves in the real life. So this is the difference, and analysis what we did. So now I'd like to call Branda.
Thank you, Pratik. So now let's talk about the experience we had while doing the survey. So before the survey, we thought that we had enough knowledge on dengue, but turns out we only had the practical knowledge, but lacked on the theoretical one. The survey also, so basically before the survey, we thought that it would be impossible to survey over 100 people at such a short period of time. But through proper team coordination, we found out that anything is possible. Also, this survey also gave us taught us the importance of proper planning as well as significance on having a plan B. Getting to experience how to manage projects in the practical field has been quite fruitful to all of us, as it not only made us more aware about dengue, but also taught us about team coordination and significance of effective planning. Now to carry on with the presentation, I would like to call Anush.
Thank you, Branda. So now we're going to simply talk about what are the preventive measures for the dengue itself, okay? First, we know that there is not actual cure for the dengue itself, but there are a lot of preventive measures. So first, what we can do is simply just eliminate the mosquito-laying sites. For that, we know that there are mosquitoes usually breed in the areas like waters and the areas where there are leftovers like containers. So for that reason, we can actually eliminate those areas by simply taking off the water from the sites or simply throwing those containers. Second off, we have the wearing sleeves, okay? So we generally tend to get bites from the mosquitoes during the day, the ones who really transmit the dengue during the day. So it's better to put on the clothes that has minimal, minimal showing the skin, so that we do not get the virus itself through the bites. And third we have is using the oil-based preventives. Like, so for example, we all might use the good nights and such, okay? So using those things will actually eliminate the mosquitoes, preventing the dengue itself. So last but not the least, we have the screens, okay? We can install these screens like net screens on windows and doors so that the mosquitoes do not come through the windows and doors into our rooms. So that basically are some of the preventive measures you can apply and get rid of the dengue itself and be safe from it. So thank you for that, and we have Raman next.
So now to talk about the macro solution for dengue. So basically, in Indonesia, a place called Yogyakarta, Bill Gates Foundation made a donation to a research foundation, a research place where they found out something called Wolbachia. It's a harmless bacteria that can stop mosquitoes from carrying virus. So how does it exactly happen? So you see the mosquitoes getting infected with Wolbachia, and this does not allow mosquito to carry other diseases, like even it can be Zika virus or dengue, other any viruses. So this is what exactly happens in this case. And due to this, around 77% of dengue cases got reduced, because Yogyakarta was like the hub spot in Indonesia for dengue. So yeah, when coming to killing humans, like mosquitoes are the most dangerous, even dangerous than tigers, sharks, or anything. So you can see, after doing this treatment, mosquitoes are curing this disease for us by themselves. To talk more about conclusion, I would like to call Branda.
So to conclude, this presentation has not only made us more aware on dengue, but also has helped us experience project management in practical field. I would like to thank Mr. Manoj JC for giving us the opportunity. With this, we'd like to conclude. Thank you.